Hi, welcome to Rick Snider's Washington, here on YouTube, where you get the whole story. Well, it's another Memorial Day in town, and I think I like this holiday in a way better than the 4th of July. It's not quite as crowded downtown, but there are things to do and things to remember. First off, remember all those men and women who have sacrificed their lives for this country, the ultimate sacrifice. And it's very sobering when you go see some of these places. And I thought it too that maybe you want to go by and see Memorial Day or any day. First, Arlington National Cemetery, just across the river in Virginia, where more than 400,000 people are buried, and they bury roughly 25 to 30 every day, Monday through Saturday. I have 6 family members of various generations there myself. Most Washingtonians, I think, have somebody there. You can go see the Eternal Flame, where John F. Kennedy is, or see the other president, William Howard Taft. Many years, a president comes by on Memorial Day to give a speech, and people use the amphitheater. It's really the only time it's ever used. Go by and see the Tomb of the Unknown, where we have soldiers buried. We don't know who they are, but actually there are thousands of those around the cemetery. But, you'll see the flags by all the stones. Here's how they do it. They have the soldiers from the fort there come by, and each guy takes his own row. And he puts his toe of his boot on the headstone, and on the heel is where he plants the flag. That way, his foot stays the same. It's the same all the way down the line. Okay, some soldiers' feet are bigger than others, but they're each in different rows, so you can't tell if there's an inch or two difference that way. But if you stand at the end of the row, you see those flags are just perfectly straight down that row. And that's a pretty cool thing to watch. Everybody knows the wreaths in December where everybody goes and lays those, but the flags are just as important. And I think it's a really wonderful thing for people to watch, and go take your kids, and go see some of that. Ruth Bader Ginsburg's stone doesn't have her name on it yet. She's buried with her husband, but a lot of people are now starting to go see it. It's only about 50 yards maybe from the Eternal Flame on the right-hand side, big black marble stone. You should be able to see that. There's so many people to visit at Arlington National Cemetery. Even things like Joe Louis, the boxer, who's not far from the Tomb of the Unknown. John Glenn, the old astronaut. I mean, I could go on and on. There's so many famous people there. I really enjoy it. Bring good shoes because it's a long walk, although they do have a tram if you're not up for the walking on there. And, of course, the house up on top of the hill was where Robert E. Lee lived before the Civil War. So much history in the Arlington National Cemetery, and it's a great day to wander. It's not hot yet or really cold. That's a good time of year to go. The other place on Memorial Day that might be good, the whole weekend really is Lincoln Memorial, and that's probably because it's connected to the Vietnam Wall. The Vietnam Wall in recent years has really become a gathering place for the old vets who are unfortunately dying off on us. And they come and there's so many wreaths there. We still have the motorcycles go by on the Sunday before Memorial Day. They reformed that Rolling Thunder into something else. Thank God. That was crazy that it stopped. And you'll see so many people who were serving in Vietnam come to the wall. It's a real place of healing. When the wall opened in 1984, it was very controversial because it was black marble. And the Vietnam vets were not treated very well at all. And they thought this was some kind of slam against them. And the woman who did it said, no, I wanted it to be that war is a burn mark on the earth. And that's why she chose black marble. Over the years, it has become a place of healing. I've been around the wall regularly for the last 11 years as a guide. I've taken many people by to see family members' names on the wall for the first time. It's a very sobering thing. I had a next door neighbor die in Vietnam, and I go by and see his name occasionally there too. It's very sobering when you look at that wall and see that. But when you go by this time of year and you see all the wreaths and the notes and the gifts and so many things that are left at the wall every day, it's really a wonderful thing to see their memories remembered on this. Oddly enough, the Korean War Memorial on the other side of the reflecting pool is being expanded right now. And they are going to have a wall of names over there too. I guess they decided to do the same thing. People ask me all the time where it is in Korea. I'm like, no, that's unique to Vietnam. I don't know if I like that. Korea doing the same thing takes away from the uniqueness of everything. But my father was a Korean War vet. He was actually injured over there as a 19-year-old private serving. So I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what happens with the new Korean War Memorial as it's expanded. Those three, and of course you have the Lincoln Memorial. What do the three have in common? They're all civil wars: Vietnam, Korea, and U.S. I don't know if anybody did it on purpose that way, but you can talk about a lot of it. Of course, the Lincoln Steps are always a great thing to go walk up. Just before you get to that last ramp, plateau area, you'll see where Martin Luther King had a dream speech. Walk around the back of the Lincoln Memorial. It's a pretty cool view. You can see Arlington, things like that. It's a great place to visit. You can see three memorials at once, or even go walk down to the World War II or the Martin Luther King and FDR's. Those are short walks away. There's so many things. Washington is meant for memorials. That was Thomas Jefferson's view of our city. He said, I want a city of government, international trade, and monuments, memorials. And lined up the National Mall the way it is. And it's great. We do have some new ones this year. The World War I Memorial opened recently. It's over on Pennsylvania Avenue and 15th Street across from the Willard Hotel. And, I think it's a little understated, but it's pretty cool. The Eisenhower Memorial finally opened after about 20 years. And it's across from the Air and Space Museum over around 4th and 5th Streets and Independence Avenue. And it's kind of an understated one, too. But you can go see the Ike. And the American Indians Veterans Memorial is just down the street. The American Indian Museum is on 3rd and Independence, right by the Capitol. And on the outside, they have, just to the right of the main entrance, they have a memorial remembering American Indians who served. American Indians are have the highest percentage among ethnic groups in this country to serve in the military. And you'll see this big circle there. It's actually meant to be like the portal to the next reality of whatever you believe in. Anyway, so many things here in Washington to go see, and try and remember the veterans, and we try to remember them every day. I'm Rick Snider for Rick Snider's Washington. Thanks for coming. I'll see you again soon.